push the button, Brad. I was busy, chat. I was busy scrolling on Instagram. How we doing today? Happy coffee. Oh my God. I'm just starting my coffee for the day. Today, you can tell. Look at my eyes. God, I look terrible today, Chad. Apologies. Wilted flowers streaking. 10 stream streaking. Oh boy, nice. I did get the hairs cut. Yeah, got the hairs cut yesterday. I had a doctor this morning. That just takes hours, right? So it's like I was up early, had to fast and do all that stuff. Came home. You know, they draw a lot of blood. You know, hadn't had coffee, hadn't really eaten. Took a nap. Like I've already had a nap today, and like I'm good, but I'm just not like firing on all cylinders, if you know what I mean, right? Like I'm totally good mood, but like it would be cool if we just sat and hung out. Second model laid out for delivery, nice. Great Scott, streaking Thunder Viking. Hope you're doing well. 76 months of subbing, let's go. Oh, Toby's been bored today. He didn't know what to do. He just ran in here when he heard me yelling. So yeah, I've drank this much coffee today. So not even a cup of coffee. So I'm just getting into it now because I have a bunch of work to do this afternoon. So I needed to get like rested, fed, and now I'm working on getting caffeinated and chilled. Slumberland says, let's talk uni mechanical pencil. Big news, chat. Big news. Do you want to guess what it is? If Lamy had a mechanical pencil in conjunction with their now parent company, what do you think it would be? Spoke Fountain Pen showed up today. Thank you. Inked up stickers will be applied later today. Nice. I got you everything you needed, right? Safari Dive. That's a great guess. That would be amazing. All right, you're good? Good. Okay, cool. Purple Axle coming in 2026. I like your thinking, Tess. I like your thinking. Hey, the Rody Max is so comfortable to write with. I just love it. Like, I'm a little bit jealous, not gonna lie. Oh, that reminds me. Evan Max email. Rip. I love how y'all's random comments make me remember like emails that I owe people. Good. I'm glad you like it, Boss Baker Chris. Every one of those I shipped, we maybe had 10 total. Sorry, I'm moving, trying to get this thing focused. We maybe had 10 of those total, and every one I got before I packed it, I'd hold it and I'm like, yeah, how's this? Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, okay, pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad y'all like them. Pop you in a good Energel refill in there, a fun color maybe, and go to town. Like, all right, Toby's playing now. Toby hasn't had any activity all day today either because everyone else is gone, kind of thing. Rody Max is having a good way. It feels like it's a little more dense than heavy, kind of like me. Well, I'm heavy too, but yes, I agree with you. But I wouldn't call it necessarily a heavy pen. But it's got some weight to it for sure. Energel Blue Black you put in is crazy good. That was on purpose. That's when we're just going to order one color refill. It was like, we can get Blue Black in bulk. Done. So yeah, back to the Lamy Uni. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. I'm gonna go. So Carol Slumberland Studio sent me the link, which I hadn't seen before. It's great. It's basically a new. Squirrel. Today is gonna be bad. Like that's why we're gonna try to do very little today, except just hang out and like maybe look at some stuff. So I'm gonna look. It looked like a catalog page. It was passing around on Reddit, and the Kuratoga mechanism is going to go inside the Lamy Safari mechanical pencil. Now, which we'll talk about this on the podcast tomorrow. This doesn't solve all the problems with that pencil, but oh my gosh, it's going to make it better. It's got to at least double the price too, right? I mean, this is the time. Yeah, Kuratoga Safari mechanical pencil. See if I can find the link real quick. This was like a 280p link. So let me see if I can find it. The image, I mean. Let's see if I can find it for y'all real quick. But we'll discuss it. I'm gonna try to do some digging tonight and see if I can find like some better imagery. Should we look at the Dogstagram my wife sent me first? Is this a Franken pencil or a good idea? It's a good idea, and I will explain why, but it still remains not a great pencil. So, let's see if I can embiggen it. So, same general pencil design. It looks like the barrel diameter of the Lamy Safari mechanical pencil was wide enough to handle the mechanism, which isn't too wide, right? It isn't too wide. They might have the price on here. Is that the price above it? 76,000 yen. I don't know if it's talking about that or not. So yeah, it's not a great image. So you're gonna have the mechanism. They added the mechanism rotation visual aid here, right? So they have added the hole in the barrel. So the problem with the Safari mechanical pencil is the grip, the molded grip, right? You're fixed. So the Kuratoga actually greatly benefits this pencil. So it's actually a huge benefit if you can deal with a molded grip. Still, it doesn't solve the molded grip problem for people who don't use molded grips, but this solves my problem with the Kuratoga mechanical pencil is I have to rotate it and you're putting me on a grip, which is why it's like one of the greatest products that just has like this fatal flaw. With a mechanical pencil or even a wooden pencil, like that rotation is important, right? So they have solved a little bit of it here. Now, if you can't use a molded grip, you're still not going to be able to use this pencil. So I would argue with this pencil, it was a problem to be solved because this pencil had a rotation problem. This is the perfect marriage of two functional things to make one thing better. It still doesn't make it perfect. But for someone like myself, it makes it better. Is it the same as the one on Lamy's site? We'll have to get it in hand. They've changed the barrel for sure. Because it at least has the little hole here to see the rotation. So this is usually on the Kuratoga. When it spins, it has an orange disc or like a little something painted on there. So you can see as the rotation happens, that orange moves around. That way you know the rotation's working. Whether it changed the rest of the barrel, visually, I don't know. Let me see if I can find mine real quick. Give me 1 second. I have a shirt show going on here. I can't remember if I left it in here or moved it. Got it. So I ordered this one for me. I've already reviewed this pencil. I have a review on the blog. Hey, Brooklyn Becca. Yes, I hope it does better today. I've reviewed this on the blog and stated my issues with it. 2 Hands of Blue, 56 months of subbing. Nice. Hope you're doing well. So, as best as I can tell, I'm looking at the image here as we look at this. Okay, so they've changed. The whole front end is now, the seam is right here on the new one that I'm looking at in this janky image compared to right here. This nose cone is all one piece. So you can see on mine, basically the front end seam is here where the assembly, like you don't really take this off here, you can, but like the assembly happens there. And on this pencil, it's happening right here, right? This front end is singular in nature. So this looks like the Pilot Explorer front end, but you can see the seams And I'll give you all this link. Oh, crap. I'll give you all this link if you want to play along at home, because I know this image isn't really good. Yeah, so to Andrew's point here, that's a little bit like, even if they're not taking anything except the clip and maybe the button cover here and the eraser cover. So there's going to be some cost in this, because this from here forward looks like a new piece. But that investment for them should be pretty minor, like thousands of dollars, right? That's something like we have to deal with at Spoke. Thousands of dollars for a new mold for us is insane. It's not going to cost them more than like thousands of dollars, which for a company their size is minimal. But, oh wait, this says 3,800 yen. What's 3,800 yen? 24? That'd be great. That'd be great, because right now they're what? $16? Perfect. That's the correct upgrade. $16.50 now to $24.50. I would be completely fine with that. If you tell me this is our new pencil and you get the Kuratoga mechanism, I think that's the correct price. That's not the eBay price. So, to Carol's point, our issue is probably going to be the same as when we had the ballpoint refill come out. How do you get it, right? I don't know. Like, I'm going to have to put up the bat signal or something, right? Will the previous model go away? In this case, I would think so. Whereas the refill, maybe not. It may not be the stock refill. They may just keep that as the upgrade, because they would have to charge more. But if they're looking for a price increase, that's a good way to backfill your price increases, right? So from the ballpoint pen perspective, they can keep both models, or they can just raise the base cost of the ballpoint models that use it. That's really difficult for things on the low end. Like, not the TPO. The TPO uses a different refill. I don't know. There'd be a little bit more expense, but that's how you cover off. You raise the price, but you give something too, right? Standard retail, like stuff. Instead of just flat raising, hey, cost of materials went up. The world's more expensive. We have a price. Well, we have all that. Plus, we're now going to give you the Jetstream refill as stock. Us as consumers can absorb that a little bit better. In this case, I think the Safari pencil would go away, except for the fact that they have just such a huge school business in Germany and Europe, to where, I don't know, that you would have to see if that still fits a different type of product lineup, where they're like mass producing that for specific reasons. So this has more of a chance of going away than some of the other than the classic ballpoint refill. We'll see. So, super interesting stuff. This is the stuff we're wanting to see happen. It doesn't make this the greatest pencil in the world for the reasons that I stated before. Well, I'm going to dig around a little bit more tonight. But we'll talk about this on the podcast tomorrow, because obviously I'm excited. I already wrote the entry in the podcast notes in all caps, so that's how you know I'm excited. There were some other interesting things in this article. What's up, Even Supposing? How you doing? So this, where did I see? There was a full document somewhere. There it is. Okay. So we're getting orange Kuratogas next year. We'll talk about that too, get composted. So both of these things we're talking about on the podcast tomorrow, the MD change. We'll talk about that as well momentarily. So this is definitely the pre-podcast. All this stuff is already in the podcast for tomorrow. So orange Kuratoga, translucent barrel, sick. Again, this looks like this is an image of an image. That's just like, it's just pretty low quality. So, I mean, yes, I'll have that, please. Thank you. Then there were new, I don't know what this is. This looks like the one with a different kind of clip. I don't totally know what this is. Haven't done the translations. The clip looks a little bit different though. Maybe it's just, no, I guess it's the same. Oh, it's the knock. That's what's different. There's no knock on there. So, is this a twist? So it's this pen. That's what was throwing me off. There's no knock. Huh. But I haven't done any translation yet. I don't know if anyone here can do that on the fly. Like, is this, and they don't, oh, they do. Here it is. I don't know if this, I was looking for like a little twist thing. I don't know if what this means. Is the clip the knock? Maybe. But it doesn't have a indentation under the clip though. It could be, but it doesn't look like it has a space for it to go down. Those are the color names with the 1 and the 8 and the 20. So yeah, I don't know how this actually works. And it's getting fancy Is that black one metal? Because it gets a fancy package. If they made this in metal, that'd be kind of sick. Like that black one. I don't know. That's just me. I'll work on all this translation and stuff tonight to see what I can get. Uniball customer service is the bomb. Nice. See, Major Myth works for Uniball too. So, oh, maybe I should look down more. Does it tell me anything? They keep pointing at the clip like it's the... They keep pointing at the clip like it might be the mechanism. So you may just not be able to see it visually on these images. I was going to say a dirty name, but these images, blurred images. So yeah. I don't know. I like it with the knock. I don't think this particularly looks good. What do we think? Oh, that's sick, Major Myth. I don't think these look all that sharp. I kind of like the classic knock. So we'll see. Oh, what are they? It's a multi-pen. It's a multi-pen. It's a twist multi-pen. This is a 3 refill multi-pen. Because, here you go. If you move my head, the Style Fit cartridges fit in the 1-3. It's called the 1-3. It's a multi-pen. All the images are down here. It's a multi-pen, so it twists. Okay. Now I like it better. Okay, it's called the 1-3. What a name. Love it. So yeah, the 1-3. So yeah, twist mechanism, 3 refill multi-pen. Yeah, so I was stuck up here on the imaging, and then now here I see how they're building it. So there you go. I still wonder what this one is, the black one, or these two. Is that just the general packaging, or are these two special? Like, are these metal? Yeah, they're more expensive. $1,300 and $1,800. These are more expensive. Why? I don't know, but yeah, I'm in. Okay, the 1-3. The 1-3. Still not sold on the 1P I have, but I like the idea. Yeah. Like a smaller pocketable multi-pen. Those, the refills are, it's kind of a full-size refill. The Jetstream, the skinny Jetstream multi-pen refill, it either should fit or you can trim it. As long as I think it's the same thinness. I don't have one in here right now. Okay, that's sick. In. And then Dun dun dun. Zinto, fancy boy. Zinto signature, new color. Never been able to get the original color. I mean, if you're looking for the Zinto signature, you've just been SOL this entire year, unless you know someone or went shopping somewhere. Like, which is unfortunate because I think it's an elite pen. I am seriously impressed with that pen. They're calling this one something brass. What does it say? Stone brass. You can barely read that word here. I don't think this is a brass barrel. Because this is like the $28, $30 price. This is not a brass barrel. I still love mine every time I use it as a fidget toy. It's a insanely good design. Got a 2-pack. They sell them in 2-packs, or they just happen to do it. And then your standard Zinto barrels. But this one, it's called stone brass. I don't believe for a second it's anything but the color brass, which makes me question what you're thinking. You're just asking. I feel like you're asking for trouble, but it doesn't matter. And then, I had it on this picture, this confetti one. Cool. That's what I like. I like this one, which is the bottom one here. I don't know what's special about it, other than it's just cool looking. Zinto X1P. Oh, look at this. Look at this, chat. They're telling you right here how to trim a refill to fit. Oh, they were selling it that way. That makes sense. You almost never see this with retailers or with manufacturers telling you how to modify a refill to fit a different product. So if you want the Zinto refill in your 1P, you can manipulate it like this. That's a pretty unique setup for a retailer to do that. The Zinto signature applicator, that's crazy. That is definitely a first I've heard of that. Wish they would go get their product line better, Zinto. What do you mean? Just like style wise? I still just don't know if it's a ballpoint or rollerball. The fancy boy, interesting. Or try it. Maybe it's just a single refill. I don't know. I mean, you shouldn't have to buy another refill, but yeah, interesting. Okay, Slumber, I'm tracking you. Yes, I think they've had enough time. I think they've had enough time on the signature to where, at a minimum, last year's model should be available, right? So that's interesting. Yeah, I agree with you there. Like, the access to this product is poor. What's up, Dutch Bill? But are they saying it's just a Japan only product? I don't know, but I don't know. Interesting. All right, there's part 1 of the podcast tomorrow. We're talking about all these things. Part 2 of the podcast tomorrow. Dun dun dun. MD Paper, Midori MD Paper, is changing their name. Well, okay. It's called, let me see if I can embiggen this for y'all. It's called, previously it was MD Paper Products, right? We called it Midori MD. I called it Midori MD. MD Paper Products. They're changing it to MD Product. I would like you to know that the paper is not changing. Everyone on Reddit is anxious. No need for anxiety. I have confirmed the paper is not changing. There's no intention to change the paper. There's no selling of the paper to white label the paper. They want to build the MD product lineup to contain accessories as well as have freedom of notebook design. So they didn't feel that they could continue. They felt like they wanted to switch from MD paper as a singular notebook product to MD product as a design philosophy and the ability to create more things within the MD lineup, like not just notebooks, right? Like there's one of the things that's coming is like pen trays, right? It's a little bit more lifestyle-y, I guess, or more accessory based. Like it's the same as with like when Travelers was under. These are all owned by the same company called Designfill. Travelers Notebook, MD, Plotter, Knox, all those companies are now having basically their own area to play in. So with MD, they wanted to make more things that weren't notebooks. And therefore, they felt they had to change the name from MD paper to MD product. So yeah, they're independent they're still owned by the same company, but they're going to be allowed to do their own thing. They're going to be allowed to experiment and basically be like a laboratory. So the paper's not changing. So yeah, this has been on, Jackson, this has been on since about the summer is when they told me. And they were going to announce it by the end of the year. I thought it was going to be earlier. But it's going to be early next year. The paper's not changing. Like I'll just have to keep saying that forever and ever. So I've already talked to them. The paper is not changing, nor are they white labeling anything. Like they're doing it to be more creative with this brand as opposed to as just notebooks. So it's honestly, it's an announcement that freaked everybody out, but it's kind of not that big except for like us stationery nerds who like obsess over the little things. It's really just a name change that's going to open up the product lineup. Nothing else is changing. It's like to oversimplify it. That's it. Just to straight up oversimplify it. Yeah. Same, but more. So, will they go the Yamamoto route of paper variety? Who knows? But I think they have such a good paper right now. They're not messing with that, right? You just designed another thing around MD's grid. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that for sure. Yeah, so paper variety, I don't know. I don't know anything about that yet. I know the first few things they're adding to the lineup, and I got to go find the release for this. Some of it's already out, I was told. I got to go find it. Was like pen trays and things like that. So I'm sure we'll see some visual changes, but we're not going to see any paper or performance changes. So yeah, this was for us as stationery fans, this is like someone yelling fire in a crowded theater, except like it's not even remotely a big deal. Past paper traumas have made us all nervous. So yeah, for sure, I see why people are nervous, but like jumping to conclusions like, the paper's ruined. Damn it. Why can't we have nice things? They literally said nothing about the paper changing. So yeah, it's pretty good. Just filled an MD cotton paper notebook and it was so nice to write on. It's really cool. So Jackson, I think that's a product of the environment. And I think that's like a Japanese mothership type of thing, right? Where I do think they will go into the breakdown, but the initial announcements seem to be from like traditional Japanese brands. Hey, new thing. And then we all have 1,000 questions that weren't answered. Like, you're not wrong. I'm just saying I think we traditionally do see this right up until the time the new product announces, right? I think from a Japanese branding perspective. But yeah, they should have maybe they'll have they need to have a follow-up FAQ. Is the paper going to change? No, it will remain the same. Yeah. So like you're not wrong, and I think this is part of like the corporate type of structure. Yeah. So I wouldn't have jumped to the dare change in the paper. Well, like even supposing was saying, we've all been traumatized so far. We've been traumatized, and a lot of it's come true, right? Like I'll just read this. It doesn't say anything, right? So MD Paper Products, a notebook series under the Midori brand since 2008, will take its next step forward as the independent brand MD Products starting in 2026. Then they basically just say, stay tuned. So yeah, but like fair enough to the panic, right? It's like, gotcha. Fair enough to the panic, but it's not changing. I can confirm. I have confirmed, and I will confirm that. So we'll talk about it more on the podcast tomorrow. I'll go through my notes and see. And there's apparently a press release I need to find that I haven't seen yet. So anyway, that little Belgian shop that stocks Andurilium now also does Yamamoto. The Yamamoto stuff is legit. That's cool because that's just like a small brand. My main gripe is if you change the paper, change the name, or put a version name on it. Hell to the yes. I've always said the worst thing that that Sanson did was to keep the Tomoe River name. Now, like with the new Sanson, they, from the palette level, they know the versioning of the palettes, but I don't know how that doesn't trickle down very far, and then that gets lost in the shuffle, right? But it should be, to your point, Sanson TR, 0325, right? This was the March 25 palette, right? That was the output from 0325, and when I get a notebook from a small Etsy shop, it should be able to say Sanson TR 0325 on it, right? So we can track it. And like I will die on the hill that they should have never kept the Tomoe River name. Like I just thought that was like I understand when you're a business and you buy they paid for some of the name value of it, but it's just not that anymore. So why would you want to keep the name? I don't know. I don't get it. But like, if I'm in the boardroom and don't know about all of these nerds sitting here doing this, I'm going to go, oh, people love Tomoe River. That's just the brand name of this. Except that's not the reality of what happened. In actuality, that did not happen. So, yeah. Good stuff, good times. Yeah, 2026 about to pop off already. I wasn't done with 2025 yet. I need another month. Anyone else need another month? I don't know. Yeah, we went from river to creek. I should just start calling it. Can we all get on board and just call in anything Sanson, call it Tomoe Creek? Anything Sanson Tomoe River should now heretofore be called Tomoe Creek. I would sign up for that. I would sign that petition. Tomoe. This one has Tomoe Creek in it. I'm in. I like it. Cripstick. Cripstick gets credit for that one. When I forget who to give credit to, because I'm going to use that, it's Cripstick. All right. I just want to be on record, audio record, that traceable. That is not my idea, but I'm going to steal it. Who had the bad paper? Someone has I was getting notes on a bad Sanson batch here from this year. No, thank you. Don't want any more of 2025? I'll drink to that. Get it done. Few less months of 2025. Fair to both. Feather Creek, yeah. So, I don't know. I am obviously without question, a Design Fill brands stan. I need a sticker. Where's Rob? Rob's a sticker maker now. And I love Travelers, even though I don't use them. Like, I just love that product and concept. Plotter, I actually love and use. And Midori, I think, is my favorite notebook. I'm very curious to see how this plays out. I'm going to talk to April and I from Design Fill are planning on talking. We had already planned this in months ago to talk in April. April and I will talk in January. I hope she sees this. She's probably listening. She's being stealth just to see what I say, and then she'll jump in when I make a mistake. We're going to talk in January, and she'll be able to explain some more of what's going on here. So I'm excited. Yeah. April. So, like I said, not near enough of this today. All right, let's do a giveaway. Is Dragon Drawer here? I feel bad. I owe Dragon Drawer an apology. Is Dragon Drawer here? I feel like I should wait until Dragon Drawer's here. He sent y'all something. Actually, several things. Oh, he's in school. Oh, this is probably... What's today? Oh, yeah, probably in school. Rip Dragon Drawer. Let me put this away. So he ordered some of the wet pen inks and sent me a few samples of the ones that I don't have. I know. But like, if I keep waiting, I'll keep forgetting. So let's see. I'll show you what he sent me. All right, so yeah, again, those two topics are podcast topics for tomorrow. So if you listen to the podcast, you're going to hear me repeat myself a lot. And I'm going to see if I can find some more info about a couple things. So what's up, Esty? So what's up, Dustin? So Dragon Drawer sent me the samples I didn't have. These are for me. And then he sent some stuff for y'all. But I want to see what colors I got. What's up, Sim? These are quite sealed, which I appreciate. I'm not cutting it open because I'm stubborn that way. Man, high quality wrap. Very sticky. Brad tested Pen Cove, and sadly it's not waterproof. Rip. Yeah, it looked like it was heading that way. It didn't. It did look like it was going to head that way. I still like the color. I think it might... I haven't tried much more yet, but it's going to be a really good color. Okay, so I got Blackberry, which... all these were sold out when I ordered, so I got Blackberry. I like the little labels. I should make my own labels. Emerald City, nice. Which I gave away my bottle, so this will be fun to play with. And Madrona. I think this is one a lot of people really like. Did y'all like Madrona? Traditionally not my color, but I think this is a pretty popular one, at least from what y'all are saying. And then, oh, let me show you this first. Let me leave that there for a second. I might dig into them. Dragon Drawer. Have y'all seen these letters that like fold up? Like it could just be, he could have just sent me a letter like this stamp thing, right? To where you open it and it's like a all one. It's like a little origami type of letter situation. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I like that. Boop. Just fold it up. Reminds me of notes in high school. Exactly. I always said I've always had on my like things, like just in my random like ideas list, like the letter locking concept. Yeah, that's like the middle school notes. But like the medieval letter locking stuff. No padding in an ink box. That's crazy. So yeah, maybe one of these days I'll look at the letter locking. Because I do want to look at the like wax seals and stuff like that. So I've been writing the year in review for Remembers. God, this is a crazy. We're not in good shape today, chat. Forgive me. I had blood drawn. It was a lot. So I have less oxygen in my brain today. See, I already forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, wax seals. I was thinking like I want to do some wax seal stuff, but since I don't do letters, I would like to test them on postcards and then mail them to people and see how they last. Because they could fail miserably or they could work beautifully, and I'd be curious. Just have them on the back of a postcard and see like if they could just get completely destroyed. Anyway, okay. So major myth, not major myth. Hi, that's major myth. Dragon drawer. You've done it before. It works. I think I've received one. Dragon drawer sent that to me. The ink is for me. And he sent y'all this Sanrio characters notebook. It's amazing. And this is also the Tsubame, right? Is this Tsubame? I think so. It looks like it, right? This paper is amazing. Flexible wax. Can you determine the wax? Like when you buy like the sticks or something? The wax you use in a glue gun. That's smart. Okay, so like those sticks. Okay. So you have to think about it like could be flexible because like some letters you open and they just like shatter, and then some you can just like peel off like a shrinky dink. We're not waffling yet because we're not done. So yeah, we got Sanrio characters. Who's this person? I don't know this person. Harbin has a wax gun now. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna send an email. Hangydon? Are you serious? That's his name? Is Hangydon? I could not be more into Hangydon. Now that I know the name, I wasn't like totally into this character. But if its name is Hangydon, hell yes. Hangyodon. That's not as good as Hangydon. It's Hangydon. Let's be honest. It's Hangydon. Y'all are wrong. I didn't know who this was before, but now you're wrong. It's Hangydon, and you're wrong. He also sent a Kaweco Sport. Let's look at the color. I'm not looking at that one. It's Hangydon. Like, this is a you problem now. This is not a me problem. I love this color. This is coral, I believe. The one at the bottom is called City Don. What's this guy? I've at least seen this one before. So we have the coral. This was the this is interesting. I didn't realize this. So for this collector's edition, which we got too much going on the screen now. It's not as orange as is in your camera. It's definitely coral. This one doesn't have the painted logo in there. It's just like embossed. Where is it? It's even hard for me to see. Right there. It's just embossed in there. Right. So that's kind of cool. It's Kaweco Sport Collector's Edition. But it's not painted either. Silver. I've definitely heard of Karopi. So yeah, it's interesting. I don't know that I own one like this without the painted version. But it's got silver trim. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm into it. And I'm also into the silver trim. Fontapluma has a coral sport. I have their Guilloche one. I think that one was coral. Guilloche. So next time we see Dragon Drawer, we got to tell him thanks. But I think he's still working. So we're going to do this giveaway for one person in just a minute. Because he sent me something else. He said I could keep these. And I can't remember, did I already give away mine? Or did I keep mine? The ones that I ordered, did I give them away? Maybe I'll keep these. So this is blotter paper. And you know I'm a sucker for blotter paper. He said, you can keep this if you want. I don't know if I want to. I might want to give it to y'all, but we're going to do this. So that was it. That was everything from Dragon Drawer, which is great. Oh, Karo Karo is the version of Ribbit Ribbit. Nice. That is amazing blotter paper, right? So we'll hodl that one and see if I want to give it away later. See if I have some extra. I think I have some extra ordered. So there we go. Let's do a giveaway. This is all courtesy of Dragon Drawer. So like I super appreciate it. So one person's going to get the notebook and the pen. Dragon Drawer did say, can you show the notebook behind again? Yes. Dragon Drawer did say, I think I stole the cartridges out of this. So can you put some in when you send it? I'm like, yes, I can do that. So yeah, I'll try to remember to do that. Sanrio character. You just wanted to see butts, Italene. Italene likes butts, chat. Italene likes cartoon character butts. You did this on purpose, Italene. I didn't even see this. I was just looking for Tsubame. I mean, they are cute butts. Where's Hangidon's butt? Is this Hangidon? That's a good butt. I mean, Hangidon might have the best butt. I mean, we got Starfish over here. I don't know who this is. Hello Kitty does not have a butt. Yeah, Hello Kitty is properly dressed. Come on. Hello Kitty is properly dressed. Its name is Hangin' Don. Maybe. Pom Pom Purin is this one. Sergeant Stretch, what did you just walk into, my friend? Thank you for 43 months of subbing. I appreciate you. Yeah. Hello Kitty, the most proper butt on here. Everyone else, I don't know what y'all are doing. So, Hangidon though, he's good. All right. We better do this giveaway before I get in trouble. All right. So thank you, Dragon Drawer. If you listen to this VOD, if not, I will thank you next time. Okay, Hello Kitty is human, as I recall. So is that the lore? Canonically a regular human girl? We'll finish the part after the and. Is it like a dream? Like, I don't know the lore or the canon. All right. Hangy Dawn Butts. Independence Mike. Oh boy, have y'all arrived at the right time. Look, Mike. Butts. Sanrio character butts. Right here. We're about to waffle this. Do you want butts? We have butts. Ah, it would be more daunting. That's why she's properly dressed. I got you. See, I didn't know the Hello Kitty lore. TIL. All right. We're about to waffle. What color was this? This color. And then Sanrio butts. So we're literally about to start this. Hope you're doing well, Mike. Hope you had a good stream. Let's do this. Boom. Exclamation point waffle. Exclamation point waffle. Anyone can enter. Anyone can win. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States. I ship worldwide. You must be present to win. You must email me your shipping address. It is not the Fox one. It just looks very orange in the camera, but it is actually, what is this one? Coral, I believe. It's coral. I'm going to put this up on the, so look at this, right? And then we switch here. That's it. That's the real color. So it's coral. You have a Hello Kitty tattoo? That's right. I have seen that, I believe. I don't want to say something incorrect. He could be like, actually, no, Brad, you have not seen that. It's most of the colors are good. It's just like some of the really hot ones. Some of the really hot ones. Like oranges. Because, like, there's nothing wrong with this stuff. Like, this is all representative. So, yeah, this is coral. And I could see why Mike would think it's the Fox one, because the Fox one's orange. And that looks orange. So, yeah, we're giving away this notebook and this pen. Thank you, Dragon Drawer, for sending this over. And then I'm gonna pull these guys off to the side, and then we'll see if I have some more to give away. Otherwise, I need to use it. My Coffee Monsters one is doing really well. This one's actually holding up better than my G Herbon one. Yeah, the permanent color correction streamer. This stream is sponsored by Pantone. We're also gonna give Wearing Wool a shout out this week on the podcast. I'm telling y'all all the podcasts. This is what happens when I don't podcast at my normal time. I tell y'all everything that's in the podcast. Yeah, no, we're talking about Wearing Wool making fun. I'm giving Wearing Wool the shout out for being brave enough to call that stuff out. I mean, in a joking manner. They didn't like actually call them out, but it was fun. They did a funny, and not all brands are willing to just go and do that, which I appreciate. Yeah, Wearing Wool all said what we're thinking. It was great. Like I'm gonna give. I don't do a lot of companies in shout out of the week on the podcast, but when they do something like that, it's like, yeah, they need a shout out. Yeah, for the Emperor's New Clothes, which was there. Dragon Drawer's here. Look, we're doing it, Dragon Drawer. I was giving you a shout out, and I was like, I was hoping you're gonna see it. You'll have to rewind because we were talking bad about you earlier. Dragon Drawer, did you know there were butts on this? Surprised this made it across state lines. Pants on Fire would be a great nickname, right? So yeah, this is so everyone loves this, especially Hangy Don. So yeah, and I've got your card. I got your back on the cartridges. I like the letter. I was showing off the letter. You'll have to go back and rewind. Definitely butts, Eric. This looks like an Eric drawing. Just butts around a circle, huh? I mean, we already have Peaches. We own Peaches Appletater, so I think we're like grandfathered into like the butt transport across state lines because we have Peaches, right? It would feel, yeah. I think we're grandfathered in to like any butt shipments across state lines. So yeah, just because we own the Peach, right? So yeah, I believe that's the case. Legally speaking, I believe that's the case. Are the faces opposite? Not exactly. No, because Hangy Don's on the top. Georgia butt, state of mind, right? Man, this coffee's almost over and I'm gonna be sad. There's not been enough of it today. Oh, look at that. Man, camera. At least the focus is fixed to like grab the stuff, and where before it wasn't. So you got 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Just make another coffee? I know, I could. I'm not gonna, but I could. I'll probably just drink like a Coke Zero or something. Are you going to have a restock of the mechanical pencils? Absolutely. All of them. And then a couple more Model 8 barrel styles. We're just waiting on some parts. They did not give me some juice at the blood place. They don't do that. It's not like that much. But like, I don't know how much those vials hold. Have y'all done like when they take your blood, they have those vials that are like this big. Like I filled 5 of those. And it was like, that's a lot. Restock of the purple axle. Oh, Omaha. What was it? I already shipped out everything. Hey, no worries, Omaha. Yeah, that just means you're probably going to win 2 in one day next time. 3 for them, 2 for the vampires. Yeah, it was a lot. It was like five things of blood this big. Like, I don't think I could. The only time I've donated was like Pass Out City. So. So like that's not that much, but at the same time it's a lot. Gaffney, South Carolina are posers with their peach water tower. I mean, maybe there was like a there's like a through line agricultural map. Maybe they could be grandfathered into like the old map, right? Where there was like a through line of the peach orchard. Ooh, sorry. Just crushed the camera. Sorry about that. Yeah, so that maybe we'll have to go to the courthouse and check the records. But it's possible that they could be in the old map. Yeah. So going to get a Model 8 today, and they were all sold out. They will be back early next year. The Model 8s, we had a part that we had to keep, that we had to restock. It was delayed. Not that we had to restock. It was delayed more than some of the other parts. Lead stream, lead holder, click lead holder. It's a possibility. We would like to make it. All right, last call. 10 seconds. Giveaway, exclamation point waffle. Thank you again, Dragon Drawer. Appreciate you. Hope you're out of school. I figured you were probably in school when I started talking about this. Oh, what'd you do? Nobody told me you was a fasting blood draw. Oof, yeah. I have a lead holder, your fingers. Wow. Very happy with the Model 8. Thank you, Slumberland. Yeah, I currently have no spoke pencils on my desk, so I need to do that. All right, let's close it up. Closed. Wait. Okay, it did, but it didn't update. All right. Pick a winner. Ready? Hold on to your Sanrio butts. Boom. Cold hands! Warm butts. Cold hands, you win. Warm those booties up with those cold hands. Warm those hands up. Congratulations, cold hands. Oh, you say butts and Aziza appears. That's how it works. That's like the magic word. Bat signal, hell yes. Cold hands. Will 2026 bring a new entry word? I don't think so. Especially if I make an ink called exclamation point waffle. I'm probably going to keep it. Model 7 for life. Model 8 is bin-worthy. I appreciate like the having a stance and sticking by it. Like I have literally zero problem with that. Cold Hands has been talking a lot this chat. Let's see if they're still here. For some reason, I'm thinking they might be international. I don't know. Maybe it might just be later for them. Didn't know that was a name in the running. Waffle would be fun. Would it be a brown? Yeah. It would have to be like, it would have to be as expected if I did exclamation point waffle, like a golden brown. I'll have to figure out what color that would be. That wouldn't be like, see, that's a pretty popular color range, like the Cafe Crema stuff, and like some of those colors are in that range. So I'll have to figure out what it would be. That like, there's 2 inks on my list. I'm not going to tell you the other one because I don't know what I'm going to do. Cold Hands still here? Okay. Yeah, Waffle House site. Yeah, for sure. So I'm actually more inclined to do exclamation point waffle if I'm going to do 2 inks. Right? If I do this, I'm going to do 2 inks from one person. I literally haven't talked to anyone about doing it. But I'm actually more comfortable doing 2 inks at once than just like really trying to get something like I like the perfectionist in me will kill me. Can I give it away? Would you like me to redraw Cold Hands? Is that what you're saying? Do you want me to redraw? All right, confirmed. Cold Hands does not like butts. Okay, fair enough. All right, Cold Hands says redraw. Cold Hands says redraw. All right, y'all ready? Same list. We're not redoing it. Yeah, so like wilted flower would have to have that yellowish type of thing, which is it's a pretty common color, right? So like it's a pretty common color. So I have to think about. I would definitely have to see some samples of that. All right, let's pick one. Pick another winner. Here we go. Get composted. Get composted. You win. You win. Brown with yellow shimmer. I hadn't thought about doing a shimmer ink. I don't know if I want to do like that would be I would be over get composted. Whoa. All right, get composted likes butts. Let's go. Do you like breakfast stickers? Get composted? I know you do because you have some already. Where are you at in the complete breakfast set? Get composted. Thank you, Cold Hands. Where are you at in the breakfast set? Get composted. I know you save these. So back to your question, back to your shimmer, Andrew. I wouldn't do it because then I would be overweight on shimmer inks. I would have 2 standard and 2 shimmer. I can't do Baconator. Let's go, Kev. That would be 2. That would be 1 too many shimmer inks in relation. Despite being a good idea. And no, whoever said it, M ink you love. Oh, Miss Cookie. Maple syrup scented. Hell no. What's the other shimmer? F3. I'm saying if I make one, like exclamation point waffle, it would be a good. It would actually be a good category for shimmer. It'd be a good ink. Blue Black Made. I have an idea. That would be like around maybe like the second color. Yeah, brown ink with like a gold sheen or something. Like, it's not that Fire on Fire was like that different from a lot of oranges. So like, it doesn't have to be some like perfect ink that's never existed before, like Cloud Dancer or whatever that BS is, right? But it's got to have some uniqueness for me to be happy with it. And like selling it to people, right? If I'm going to sell it to people, I don't want to say, hey, this is just like all those other inks. So this is why it takes me so long to make anything. Right? Eric's on one today. Eric's caffeinated like me, I guess. Blueberry Compote. That's a stunning color. That's not far from the color I'm thinking. But that's a color that'll be... The other color will be... You got me actually thinking neighbor building because that's kind of in the range, and I wonder if I should do more compatible. Yeah. Like, I was actually looking at your inks the other day, Mike, and I was like, I just really like these colors, right? Like, they're just good. And they're unique and they're fun. I think the name helps, right? Like, we do things that are personal to us, whether they're silly or, like, legitimately personal. So, yeah. Other colors should be scattered, smothered in colors. What would it be? Griddle scrapings. A good blue-gray will be good. All right, I'll tell you what I want. I want lavender black is what I want. I don't know that that's possible. Flippity pop! But something like Blueberry Compote would get me there, right? If the 2 inks were mixable, that would be amusing. Oh my god. Yeah, so I want to do a lavender black, but that one I got to get right. I got to want to use that ink all day, every day, just like Fire on Fire. Exclamation point waffle I can have fun with. I would love that ink and enjoy it. I wouldn't use it every day. Lavender black I want for me. Hair looks good. Thank you. Finally got a haircut. Yeah, but like the blueberry could get into that range. Or blackberry. You should have been here a couple days ago, Eric. Holy cow. What's the difference between lavender and black and dark purple? That's the challenge. To me, it's that the purple has to show up more. It has to be almost a good shader. Bifiltator. I love it. Yeah, it has to have a good purple undertone. It can't just be a single saturated line color. That's dark purple to me, is a single saturated line color. Lavender black would be your shade difference when you see it in certain nibs. That's how I'm describing it to myself. Do you know what? It's not this color, but something like Scabiosa right? It's a real, to me, Scabiosa is like a real interesting ink in that it shades like super well for like just being like a singular ink color. Like it's got to have like that almost that two-tone nature from a shading perspective. Pilot High Tech C Lavender Black. No, like Signo DX Lavender Black. Throwing Shade. That's a good name. Yeah. So not sheen, shading. So yeah, I think Lavender Black. I want an undertone of the thinner applications of ink. I want a really purple undertone. Please make an ink that shades in the PO nib. You're drunk. Like, literally. Like, the closest I've ever come is Konpeki. Like, that's a great PO ink, and, like, you just dig into the brightness, and then if you're lucky over the context of an entire page, you would see something, but you're just not going to get it. Lamy Azurite does well. I got to try the Lamy inks. Y'all all like the Lamy inks, right? They've been good. Platinum Lavender Black, but not Iron Gall. Yeah. But even a better, that one leaned a little red. I thought that would be the number one ink out of that range. It was just a little red leaning. So, and then non-Iron Gall. Yes. So, I'll send some emails once the calendar flips. I'm not going to send any emails this time of year. But we'll start working on that. Periwinkle Black. That's actually probably closer to what I want, except that's almost impossible, right? Like the further we get away from black, the harder it is going to be to just not have just a muddled mess. Do you want a more blue purple? No. I would prefer a more not imperial purple. And I want it, and like it's going to have to be dusty, right? Because we're putting it with black. So, Enzo with black, that's a good concept. Enzo, Robert Oster Black Violet. I'm not familiar with that one offhand. Yeah, Enzo's probably a good call. But even like less vibrant. Think of it just like a classic blue black, like Lamy blue black if it was purple. That's what I want. Lamy blue black if it was purple. Jen Make Shapes, how are you? Done any talk on planners, notebooks for you for 2026? I haven't, and that's literally on my list to talk about maybe even today, but probably next week. What'd you say, Robert Oster? What? Black Violet. Pen Cove Muscle, yeah. This is actually pretty good here. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I think this is pretty much what I have in mind. I just don't want to straight up steal it. Or maybe I get Robert Oster to make it because he's already making something really close. I think probably just on the slightly lighter scale. I don't think this ink gets enough love. This color. This one might, yeah, I like this. Yeah, I think this is in the category. Has anyone seen Ariel in a while? No, but I check them in there. I message her every now and then. She's doing good. So yeah, I'd say this is in the ballpark. More of this effect on the page than this deep saturation. Yeah, it'd be more of a blackberry than a blueberry. Black peony from Papier Plume. We'll just hold up and buy my ink, Stretch, because that's what we're going to do. Yeah. I think this image here is pretty representative. This bottom half of this, like the thinner shade. I really want the thinner shade to pop. So we'll see. So like I said, like it's impossible to come up with something unique unless I just do some random shimmer in here. You know, I'm not trying to make the most unique ink, but I want it to be somewhat unique and fun and usable. I really want this to be like my go-to, like blue black style of ink, right? It has to just be completely writable with character. What was I looking up? What did you say? Dun, dun, dun. Peony. Papier Plume Peony. One of Mike's inks is like this, and one of Tom's ink is like this, right? Don't they have some kind of purpley? Mike's is a little bit more blue. One of the diamines, a little bit more blue. Peony. Papier Plume Peony. So Sugar Turtle has an ink in this range. I think one of Mike's diamines is in this range, if I'm not mistaken. Toe Beans maybe. But it's a little bit more blue. It's definitely more of a blue-black, but it still has a little not just blue tone. Peony. See, this is more Enzo to me. Isn't platinum a lavender black pigment? Yes, but it's too red, like this. We're getting into Enzo here, which I love. But the ink I want is the other one. This ink is awesome. That is so cool. I haven't seen that before. This reminds me of Enzo, right? This is Enzo adjacent to me. Sailor Ink Studio 650. Oh, God. Who clicked that link? Navy Beans? Yeah. Ink Studio 650. Let me get a more... So, if I had this here, yeah, I think it's like maybe like a combination of these two. I don't necessarily want the green sheen. I think that's just a common thing with the purples, which I don't want. I mean, if it's a little bit and it's accidental, that's fine. Peony. Y'all are like, do you know who you're talking to here? Can barely pronounce Smith. You can't see the green on camera and all. It's in the drops. It's on the heavy applications. Peony. Is it or ooh? Okay. I'm like, yes. Oops. Shoot. Oh, not that one. This one. Yeah. So this would be too light, but in conjunction with... I think Black Violet's actually the color I've been wanting. Peony. That's actually harder to say than I thought. Javelina. Yeah. But so for my thought, I like the other ink better. Just as like, holy crap, that's a great ink. This is more what I'd be leaning to. So this is going to be a lot harder for me to approve something. Does anyone have any more writing samples with this? Not really. Yeah, not really. Cool. Tasha Amo. Oops. So again, like I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I'm not going, oh, I've got this crazy, unbelievable ink. Yeah. I think I remember this review. Yeah. This base shade, but like twice as dark. What is Joe's? Yeah. That's close. Like, I like this. I like how it looks wet. Jane Eyre. Like hominy. Jane Eyre is too pink, even though this is my color. Like, I'm in on this shade. That would be too pink for what I'm looking for. That was a link. It's one of the links of all time, for sure. So, like, this looks pretty good. So, like, anything I make in this range, I don't think I can make it better than what, like, this is. But I want to try. So I will still like try to do something like this, just like with orange, right? I don't think I solved orange or made the best orange in the world, but I want something really good. And what would be called waffle? Waffle would be like the amber brown type of thing. Waffle is there's probably a billion inks out there like that. It's almost like you want these with more shade. Yeah, not even more shade, but the correct shade. I want to see some purple on the page, but I want it to pop. I want it to be more of a pop through. Like, I wish I could see these samples with a different, like, if you look right here, this is kind of what I'm looking for. See how the tops are drier and they have the purple come through, but maybe a little bit darker. KWZ honey. Yeah, blackberry compote. I could probably do, like, I don't know that I'm dead set on a name for it. So yeah, we could do like a pairing. Like blackberry compote. Like, yeah, that would totally work. Let me see if KWZ honey is what I'm thinking. Like, this isn't, like, waffle would be like this insanely popular color. Like an insanely common color. Yeah, like, maybe a little, I'd say probably a little bit darker, a little bit less yellow, but we're right there. This is definitely in the ballpark. A little less yellow, a little less honey. Little more gold. More shard. Speak for yourself, Dutch Bill. Whoa, Toby. That's Stroop waffle shart. Yeah, this is not what I want. It has to be darker than this. We're going darker on the Waffle House scale. I feel like defining a list of top 10 purple inks would quickly devolve into multiplication due to subcategories. Yeah, is that one of the worst? I don't like burnt waffles, but I want my ink to be darker than this. Do we have a Waffle House waffle color scale? Is that a thing? Not that I knew I was gonna get the. How could I do that? Yeah. Sapel link up. Where? Okay, I missed it. Okay, there we go. Wow, he has a lot of purples. Okay, so like y'all are probably having a hard time seeing this one. I think we're close here. If we can just get that shading to come through, this is what the base I would want to be. Y'all will have to go click this link to even see the purple in this one. Like, you're not going to be able to see it through the camera. I think this, as long as the shading comes through lighter, I think we'd be there. Yeah, purple's insane. Just search images. All right. See, this is KWZ honey right here. And I'm more getting into like this range over here, even though that's probably just like lighting on the picture. We don't want burnt. Here we classic. This is the OG middle waffle. That's pretty light. I want a little bit darker. This is the standard middle cooked waffle. I think I prefer black peony over that as well. Except, like, it's a difference between... It's funny that I really would not want to make that, right? I don't know. I can't explain why. I, too, prefer peony. That's not the color that's in my head that I want in the bottle on my desk. Does that make sense? Streaking! 30 stream streaking. Let's go. So this is the classic mid-range cook. This one's a little bit darker, right? I want this color here. This one. Look at the shading in these waffles, chat. Sick. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. This is the classic. Yeah, it's a pancake color. So KWZ Honey is in that ballpark, but I think it's too yellow. So I think we're getting more into the, whoops, sorry, y'all can't see my head in the way, but the burnt sides of these. I enjoy looking at waffles more than eating them. Why not both? Oh God, don't do this. Don't ever do this, chat. All right, cool. All right, good. Well, this has been a great stream. I'm not ending the stream. I'm just saying this has been a great stream because we've literally done nothing the whole time, and that's kind of what I needed today. I needed to just chill and chat. So, waffles are the best syrup delivery food aside from just drinking syrup out of a jar. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's an argument there. Like, I think people will try to fight that point stretch. I think it's like unimpeachable, right? I think that's an unimpeachable statement, if I'm using that word correctly, which I can't even pronounce peony. Peony. If it wasn't for the extra work, compote over syrup. You're also not wrong, but like that's also a both. That's very much a both thing. That's just going to be 100% both. Diatraminous. Oh, they have a waffle bowl. No. Of course, Diatraminous. You stupid buttholes. Wow, hilarious. That's all right. My waffle will be better. Diatraminous waffle. Get out of town. See, that's what I say. You can't make a unique ink anymore. So you just have to have a story. Any reviews? Diatraminous yellow brown must be, no? Let's see if she says it's the same as waffle. Because Diatraminous will use the same ink for different names. Let's see if she says it here. Or did she just put it in here? Why did this come up? Does she say waffle? Okay. This ink is also available in a scented version called waffle. Okay, so Diatraminous doubles and triples down. This isn't remotely the color I would definitely like KWZ Honey more than this. Yeah, the Pinac Breakfast Collection, like Blackberry. So what if there's a third? All right, this is the. I didn't know he had so many ranges of purple. This is the best of all of them. Yeah, Cripstick. This is the best of all of them. Waffle, Blackberry. Why is my phone blowing up? Oh, let's see. No, I did not. I don't want to sell my house, so we're good. Someone texted me an audio file. Oh, this is Nobot telling me how to pronounce stuff. Well, we're not playing that because you're gonna cuss at me or something. It's just one word. I don't trust you. It's just one word and it's not a curse. All right, so yeah, waffle. Yeah, my waffle will be better than this. KWZ Honey is 1,000 times the ink that this is, for sure. My wife says it's just an ink line based on the colors of her favorite ice language. All right, do we trust Nobod? Let's do it. All right. Well, let me get the phone numbers off of here. Let's see. See if we can do it. Peony. Really? Peony. Peony. How's that? That was good pronunciation. Peony. Peony. Yeah, I can't say it. I can't say the flower name. Peony. Peony. We finally got there. See, I needed to hear it. Peony. It is really a peony. Peony. Chokuro. Okay, good. Thank you, Nobod. I don't know that I'm in for 3 inks. What if there were a third breakfast ink? What would it be? Peony. I think it's one of those words that you never hear anyone say unless you're in like an area with that, right? So like that's a word I've only ever seen in print. Just like a lot of the words we have to say like related to these ink colors. Yeah, so like a lot of the breakfast is not a pretty palette necessarily. I would think it would be like a fruit, like a melon or a bear. Well, we already did blackberry. It can't be a fruit. I was recording. My supervisor heard me and started mispronouncing it. Yeah. Peony. But melon, like we already have blackberry, even though the color would match. Orange juice, we already have fire on fire. Pho, yeah, we could do Japanese, Vietnamese, Asian breakfasts. Sunny shard up. Bacon could at least be a red. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm not making 3 inks at one time. I'm no Ink Dependence Mike. I'm no Ink Dependence Mike. No, great. Now Mike's sending me. Mike, I don't trust you, Mike. I don't trust you, Mike. House blend. We could do coffee would actually work. Oh God. What is happening? Oh, that is hilarious. I was wondering like what is the audio file text here, Mike? And I was like, okay. Yeah, y'all should all text. I'm putting my phone on. All right, I can't hear it now. As you may have noticed, I'm not someone who puts my phone on mute. Are you? Give me a 1 in chat if you keep your phone on mute at all times. Give me a 1 if you keep it on mute at all times. Like if you never hear sound from your phone, give me the 1. Yeah, I feel like I'm the outlier in this. Even in my family, I'm the only one with sound. Yeah. I mute my sneezes, but on my phone, yeah. All right, me and Sim. Okay, I knew I like Sim for some reason. Okay. So I don't do alerts, like alert bubbles. I don't want to see that. But yeah, I do mute it. But so like when I go to the doctor today, like when I walk in, I mute. Then I put it on mute. Otherwise, it's on. So like, it's my watch is for. Interesting. You can't. Yeah. Fair. Coffee's shockingly not a bad idea. I think it's too close. I don't think I could go. I don't think I could go 3 inks. I think I would lose my. So at some point when I make things, like I lose my interest, and not in a that it's not interesting, but like when I make things, I really want to use them, right? And I don't want to do just one more thing just because. So that's the way I think about it when I think about a lot of things. So immediately after you get it, go on mute. Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot of breakfast foods that are fun colors now that we think about it. Lots of yellows and browns and then fruit. I mean, grits are basically Cloud Dancer, right? Grits are Cloud Dancer. Fruit Loops, could you imagine? Is there a unicorn shimmer ink? Someone's certainly done unicorn shimmer, right? Oh, a donut. You could make exceptions for donuts, right? Matcha donut. You could make some exceptions. They could really stretch it. Vanessa didn't do a unicorn ink. Diatramentis has a unicorn ink, and it's nasty. But like, is there like Bennu level glitter in an ink? that would be like pink and purple. Like there's definitely some two-tone inks. Like Fire on Fire has 3 tones, but they're all similar. Yeah, but could you do blackberry, compote, waffle, matcha donut? It kind of doesn't work. As much as I would eat that. So that's the only thing I have plans on making next year. I take that back. I have another thing that I can't talk about. Turquoise ink base with pink and purple shimmer. Yeah. Like, does any? What my point being is like, how is that? How does that not exist? Certainly it does, right? Certainly, like Dominant or someone has done this. So, Spoke 2026 plans. We don't know what we're doing tomorrow. Restocking pencils. And then we'll work on some pens. Oh, Roadie 3 for sure. First part of the year. That's all we know. Roadie 3 coming soon. Green ink with brown shading. I'd be in. Unicorn blood. Leadstream clutch. I mean, that is Leadstream clutch is not in any kind of like manufacturing state, but it's in our heads to like discuss. Yeah. Like I'm not going to say for sure. But like that is on the short list of things. For sure. I mean, because actually both me and Brian want it too. So regular Roadie or the XL? Neither. It's the Roadie 3 with a... So the Roadie 3 will have a center magnet. What happened to the blue-black ink? Indecision and specialness. It turned into a purple-black ink. Sailor 280 is green and brown. So yeah. Blue-black ink, I was never comfortable with anything. That's pretty good. Yeah, this is great. That's a good ink. It's a good looking ink. Did I sign you off the blue-black? No. I've been off it for a while. When I couldn't get a shade that I want, like I've had samples and I've just never been happy. I'm pretty particular, if you couldn't tell. This is great. Yeah. That's a W right there. Yeah, waffle and blue blackberry breakfast collection. Here's a question. All right, let's do a marketing exercise. Would you force people to buy them as a set? Or would you have them individual? See, I knew this was going to be a problem. I would never force people to buy them as a set. That's just not me. Yeah, I would never do that, but I wanted to hear what y'all would think. I would never force anyone. The only way you can get both colors is a set. But maybe we could do like a sized set, right? Do a pre-sale as a set. I didn't even think about that. Set, yeah, like the set comes with a sticker. I think you do a set as a separate thing, but you would never force it, right? Yeah, but in like a set would be a nice like half size, whatever the size is, half size. Only if the set was discounted, right? Set comes with a Denny's gift card. Yeah. Set comes with a purple axle. I mean, if we're making a purple ink, right? Oh, the Grand Slam. Oh, see, now we have to think about the Grand Slam. 30 mil with a nice notebook. I'd be down. So yeah. Whoa, sorry. A little boogery in here. I like set the same size with a bonus sticker fidget. Ooh, Jacqueline's here. Waffle fidgets. Because see, we could get Jacqueline involved. Already have the waffle base, and then we could add a blueberry component or a blackberry component, right? That would be easy. Just like straight up. And with a sticker. Yeah, that would have to be like pretty easy. Looking at how you build things, I think, yeah. You do know, yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. That was gross. Do a coffee collab with one of those 9 million internet collab coffee roasters. I tried to do the internet collab coffee roaster thing once. It was too expensive. It wasn't even like a famed popular one. I've told y'all this story before. It's too expensive. Magnets. Yeah, I need to do more I need to do a round of magnets. Like Major Myth sent me those magnets. Like there's no reason I shouldn't do a round of magnets. You can make a coffee cup. I've always wanted a coffee mug. Always ink is cheaper than coffee? Yes. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, we all have toolboxes now. Yeah, magnet, coffee mug. I could do a coffee mug. I love my coffee mug I got from the golf people. And it's just like some basic. I could probably ask them where they got it because the color is so good. National Breakfast Food Day. Oh my God. Get Tracy Cullen to make a PA edition. That would be a very special edition. When is Breakfast Day? Oh, this is way too soon. Wait. Blueberry Pancake Day. Big Breakfast Day. Let's see which of these. Maple Syrup Saturday. National Waffle Iron Day. There you go. June 29th. That's probably what we're thinking. Yeah, like I'm actually, I kind of needed this today, chat. I just needed to like chat with y'all and chill. And this is like, as the calendar's getting ready to flip, I'm thinking about these things, right? Not that the actual day matters, but National Raisin Bran Cereal Day. I wonder who's involved with that one. Like that's highly specific, chat. National Waffle Week, September 7th. All right. So we got time. Can the bottles be shaped like tiny syrup bottles? Well, I mean, I haven't reached out to anybody yet, but Pannonia's bottles are very syrupy looking. Like getting into bottle design, that will cost so much. That would cost a stupid amount of money. So, tiny syrup bottles sound impossible to fill from. Yeah, I'll get Ferris Wheel Press right on that. What's up, son and daughter? My son and daughter are here. Oh, y'all match today. Did you know that? Did you do that on purpose? Mm-hmm. They match. You can't even see Toby. Dominant, yeah. Picture a syrup bottle on the label. All right, go. Thank you. Oh, poor baby. I was the only one getting their physicals today or their annual checkups. Elizabeth and I, both of us. For the love of God, blow your nose. So here's the deal. I'm out of my medicine, which is why I had to go to the doctor today, which is why I'm super snotty. Okay? Apologies. Yes, Mike's inks are made by Pannonia, and then he has some Diamine. So, but yeah, there's a lot of people that could do it. Pannonia, Papier Plume, Robert Oster, I've worked with before. So, I mean, and Aziza uses Ink Institute. Those inks tend to come out really, really nice. So, and Beryllium. Like, there's a bunch of options. Don't worry, we're almost done, Apple Tater. Yeah. My nose is so bad, like, it's a mess. Has Birmingham done collabs? I don't think so. Actually, I think I've reached out to them before and didn't hear back, but like years ago, which is cool. All right, let's do one more giveaway and then I'm gonna wrap it up. Go blow my nose, maybe something like that. Actually, I got a lot of work to do to get this annual review going. Yeah, I love Robert Oster inks. I actually want to do something different. So, all the eggs in one basket kind of thing. Like, they've been a pleasure to work with. The inks turned out great. I want to mix it up. Alrighty. What do we got here? What is this? Ooh. Alright. This is interesting. I don't know if y'all are going to like it. Does Three Oysters do collabs? A Kiwi dupe? No. Andrew will do it. I've talked to them. Andrew would be down for sure. And yeah, Andrew does like show specific inks. So yeah, they do. All right. Interested to see what y'all think about this. We're giving it away, no matter what. This is a Masubi product that I picked up at the last time I was at San Francisco, but it's not your normal Masubi product. So I will show you momentarily. Let me clear my screen. What color are you thinking about? You're gonna have to rewind to the past hour. But like a lavender black and then like a waffle brown. So. All right. Masubi. You have not missed yet, but we're about to. We're not waffling yet, though, officially. So yeah, this was in my stash. Y'all got to stop waffling. We're not waffling. This was in my stash. It's not Halus. I actually put a note in it. What do you think, chat? What do you think? I got the name here. Takagami Natural. Takagami Natural. It looks kind of sick. But it's not for everybody, right? I think I tried this. This is the one, literally, like, no one's going to remember this. This was the one 2 years ago at San Francisco Lay was painting on. Lay Reyes, if you know her. I think she was, like, painting on this paper. And it was, like, handling fountain pens, like, really well. You got one of these, hadn't cracked it. That's why I bought it, because it's new and interesting. He's not. So if you'll feed him, please. Thank you. I'm almost done. So I think it handles, if I recall, it handles fountain pens well. I just never got into using it. I kept the, I got a different one with craft paper. So yeah, I'm super interested. So make sure if you enter this one that you're going to use it. Like, this is a very highly specific thing, and I get it, but like some of this stuff I do need to give away, but not everything is going to be for everybody. So you may want to hold off on this one, like, if you're not going to use it. So, interesting, but all ink colors would be so skewed. It's sometimes fun to see the ink colors on this. So in the other kind of like craft papers, like seeing the pinks and the magentas and stuff and the bright blues, they actually look really cool on papers as this. Yeah, it's not as skewed as you think. I have some reviews up where I'm like, oh, that is actually kind of colorful, right? You get color for it. So, all right. And then pencils would be great. But we could find different reviews of me doing craft paper reviews where the color works. Yeah, pink is just the standout for me on this type of paper for sure. Okay, so let's do this. Musubi. What did I say it was? Takagami Natural. Again, Daryl, it would be okay if you put the paper type like in the back cover, even if it was like monotone that I could find one day. You know, it would be cool to go down here and find something in Cloud Dancer that said Takagami Natural here. But no, Daryl, I have to do this because I'm not smart enough to remember what is actually in it. So shout out, Daryl. You rule, but damn. Making it hard on a brother. Killing me, man. Now that he has even more papers. Okay, let's go. Exclamation point waffle, exclamation point waffle. Anyone can enter, anyone can win. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States. I ship worldwide. You must be present to win. You must email your shipping address if you do. This is for Buy Apple Tater. Apologies. We won't do this anymore. But yeah, sorry. Things happen. All right. So yeah, very, very particular notebook. I hope if you win, you will enjoy using it. I love Masubi's construction. This is like my type of construction with like the non-overhang cover. It's firm, but it's not like a traditional hardcover, but it's super firm, but has a little bit of flex. I don't know. I think these are like, this is one of the reasons why I like the MD so much, right? MD products, I should say. Because it's just this edge cut, flat binding, like same, different way to get there, but same philosophy. That's just the type of notebooks that I like. So it's okay if it's boring on the outside, as long as it's banging on the inside. If you're making a notebook company, there's your tagline: boring on the outside, banging on the inside. Masubi Notebooks. That's free, Daryl. No charge for that. I will charge for the brand, the paper type here on the back. Yeah, Cloud Dancer right there. TGS has the new Grapholo. I don't have the new stuff yet. I need to get some old stuff. What size is it? A5. When you can put 5 fingers on it, it's A5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coincidentally, that's also the tagline for the Villages. Us Southerners understand that joke. Could you autograph it with Cloud Dancer? I got my Cloud Dancer pen out. Mac Marine, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Yes, I was going to say, get in on the waffle. Exclamation point waffle. We're giving away this notebook. No, I've got my Cloud Dancer pen right here. So, it wasn't flowing great yesterday, but I think I got it going. I need to use this for something. Not sure which version of Grapholo. It's all the new. It should be. I don't want to speak out of pocket. When I reviewed the last Grapholo and fawned over it, it was that day or the day after that they announced new Grapholo. So, yeah, sorry. Cloud Dancer is Pantone's color of the year. It's basically white. It's so stupid. So yeah, but I think it's good. Graphilo, yes, that one I kind of know. I just talk too fast sometimes, and my brain can't catch up. Block wall. Just ordered a bunch of those. What, the Graphilos? Oh, Peony. Did I do it? Peony. Graphilo Peony. Graphilo Peony. Don't name your band that. That's hard to say. That is not a band name. That is not band name approved. What's up, Carlo? How are you doing today? Cloud Dancer is the ultimate example of white privilege. That's all I could think about. I was like, literally, can I see the boardroom of the decision making behind this? Hey, we're doing a giveaway, exclamation point waffle. Giving away this notebook, but it's got like a craft style paper. It's called a natural paper, but it should be fountain pen friendly. So, pretty crazy notebook. made by one of the best notebook makers in our game. For sure. Looking at a list of brands making color of the year stuff, lots of new ones because, yeah, it's just white. Look, I love, like, this is one of my favorite pens ever, right? And y'all know what I think about the Platinum Permanent. It really works for pens. I mean, you saw the pencil I just bought, like the white with the color trim, like the Stormtrooper on this one or just the red on this one. I love that. But, like, color of the year, like, what are you doing? I don't know what you're doing. Do you think they'll change it? Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. They put a lot into that, and they're like a, how would you say? Not necessarily a publicly traded company, but they're like a licensing company, right? Like they get paid for like licenses. So they don't care. Yeah, Juggernaut. Yeah, they're not a color company. They're a licensing company, I think is kind of a way to put it. So they couldn't care less. Yeah. Yeah. About the feedback or blowback. I mean, they're already on to 2027 for sure. Are there any black eraser covers for Spoke, like one in black? That's a good question. I've never seen anything like that. I would have to look at Pentel's lineup to see if they had something like that. We might do something like that because we design our own sometimes for some products, like the knocks on the clicks. So I don't know if that's something we could do about later to make our own instead of using that. So I don't know. I don't know anything off the top of my head, but there's got to be some Pentels out there you could swap. I would think there would be. I don't know. I would have to look at some of the Pentel stuff and see if, like, you'd have to buy a pencil, just steal the cap. Caran d'Ache is the only one I know that sold like extra knocks for their fixed pencils because it had the sharpener in it. But I don't think I've never seen like anything's for sale. Caran d'Ache for sure. Pantone Duff, yep. Oh, let's see where we're at here. All right, you got 30 more seconds. Let's do 30 more seconds. Exclamation point waffle for this Masubi. The bear color of the year is good. Is it green? Caran d'Ache, I've always said that would be my drag name. Caran d'Ache is a wonderful name. Oddly, the racer cap of a Kuratoga roulette fits. Really? With the wide, it's got the post. It's wider. Yeah, the roulette. You say roulette? Yeah. Okay, so it's got the wider button. Interesting. What is it, Olive Octopus? I mean, I am wearing a green hoodie today, so I can't really throw shade. This is a good color. Bear color of the year. Hidden gem. Is it the background color? See, that's a good color. Like, yeah. Like, this is your HGTV color, right? It's great. It's fantastic. I mean, it's green adjacent, though, just saying. Yeah, it's great. I wonder. I don't care enough to go look, but there's got to be some philosophy around the Pantone stuff, like with trends and fashion and like everything aside, and then like Bear probably has like a different like guidelines and color of the year, right? Yeah, Pantone's a licensing company. So let's just remember that part. This is a great color. Very good. Pantone is what they think will be popular. or what they force people to think will be popular because they're a behemoth. Okay, wrap it up. Giveaway. Y'all in? Everyone in? I'll give you like 10 more seconds just for any stragglers. Exclamation point waffle. Pantone will always be relevant because of the licensing. Like, I'm going to keep hammering that home. I honestly don't think they care what we think about Cloud Dancer to a degree. They want to stay, they do want to keep their relevance, but no one sells a product like them at that scale. They're basically Adobe of color. I think it's the way to put Pantone is the Adobe of color. Oh, well, yeah. Pantone and Adobe fought about money, so yes. Yeah, they're the same person. Yeah, it's like Kleenex. Pantone is in like design and industry, and yeah, from a standard perspective, that's how they're going to make their money. They probably don't care necessarily about what we think about Cloud Dancer, right? Because you only have to wait, 365 more days. Oh my God, I didn't need to learn more. Color of the year. That's a sick color. Whoops. I know I need to do this giveaway. Hell yes. Give me these accessories in the bear room. That color's sick. So, all right, let's do this giveaway. I need to wrap this thing up. I got things to do. All right, boom. Boom. Let's draw a winner. Draw a winner. Did it draw? From Corolla. From Corolla, we'll use this notebook. Let's go. Let's go. I expect visual proof. No pressure, but I want to see actual proof of usage. No pressure, though. All right. Yes. All right. What is our breakfast of choice? From these selections, fine selections of Florence the Egg, Kevin the Bacon, and Joe the Coffee. And watch it suck. It might suck, Corolla. Just being honest, it might not work. But we can find out together. Eggies. All right, let's go, Flo. Yeah. It might not work. But in Daryl, we trust. So in Daryl, we trust. So yeah, we'll explore. I think it's gonna work. So I had a choice to keep either this one or the craft paper one. So I kept the craft paper one because it's landscape. So that's why this one's in here. But I have a landscape one that I'm gonna use personally. IKEA has Rebel Pink? No way. I'd be in on that. I mean, it's weird from IKEA. All right, got it. Like the idea, what did it say, ranking companies? Oh, for their color choices, yeah. Oh yeah, Matcha, we didn't do the clutch pencil ranking. Do you have that link? Is it 29 or less? We could do a quick clutch pencil ranking, and then I can go. If you have it. I could probably find it. It wasn't interesting, even better. We can say how terrible it is. Because, yeah, it shouldn't be a list. That's why it wasn't interesting. What's up, Thule? I'll be the judge of interesting or not. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, because they call them lead holders, right? Lead holder. The best lead holders. All right. Best lead holders. They didn't even put a number on here because there's not that many. Like, all of these suck. Just kidding. There's actually a couple of good ones in here. Top choice. Staedtler 925 series lead holder. This is the classic but modernized. And the modernized version is much worse than the classic version. This design is trying too hard and is too far away from one of the most perfect designs ever. right? Their classic version of this is way better. So I'm sure this is fine, but I just want the basic ones. How are the CDA lead holders? They're my favorite, but they're very like untechnical, right? It is my go-to. So yeah, this is my one that I use. So this is from several years ago. It's my go-to. They're expensive, like they're anything CDA is expensive relatively, and these are no exception. These are no exception. All right, so top choice because there's not a lot of choice. This is better. 2mm lead holder, Uni Mitsubishi budget lead holder. I would rather have this than the Statler. Corolla 33 months of 7. Let's go. I have never seen one of these in use. I just never. You like the this is a good discussion, Dustin. You like the click clutch over the drops. I prefer the drop, but I guess it's just a feel thing, right? Knurling on these is sharp. Yeah, I have never held one of these, but I would rather have this one than this one. I'd rather have this style and shape over the. This is too mechanical pencil-y. I just want this one. This is classic. I have a soft spot for classic in this design. Best everyday carry lead holder, Koh-i-Noor 5800 versatile notebook lead holder. I'm not really familiar with this one. They fancied up the basic one. I don't know what's going on here. I think they just fancied up their basic classic lead holder. I don't know. It's a little odd. Best professional lead holder, Kaweco special lead holder. I will give them credit. This is actually a good lead holder. This one looks like it shouldn't be. It's actually pretty good. Thanks, Dragon Drawer. See ya. Oh yeah, we'll be here Tuesday, Wednesday next week, streaming. These are actually okay for if you're a professional. Notice the lack of roaching in this list. Yeah. Y Studio sketching pencils. I have not tried these. This doesn't look like what I want in a lead holder with this nose cone. As much as I'm a huge Y Studio fan, I prefer, so what they do different here is the nose cone. This has this taper here that terminates and you get clearance. You need visual clearance. Like on pencils, that's another big important factor for these types of pencils. So this one tapers off and then goes flatter here. And then this one is a straight shot. If I'm going to do this, give me a mechanical pencil. They're okay, not your fave. Yeah. I think the design is a little, I'd want a different nose cone as much as I like the barrels. Best wooden lead holders, Penco Prime Timber lead holders. These are a gimmick. Like they're fine. They're like $10. It's a wooden barrel. It's cute and fun. I want it on my desk because it looks cool. I don't want to use it, right? I think they look cool. I don't want to use it. I mean, I have one of these somewhere. So it's fine. I think it's like $10, right? Yeah, 15. Okay. Inflation. They're fine. No. Pentel Multi 8 lead holders. Don't do this, chat. Save your sanity. Buy a 12-pack of color pencils. You will be happier if you just had like a 12-pack of color pencils. Okay? Don't do it. This is bait. That's bait. Yeah, don't do it. This will fill up Christmas stockings and will be used for an hour. This is bait. Don't do it. Specialty lead holders, the Kaweco clutch, they're not bad. I would rather, God, they're okay. I don't love them. Why are these not called pencils? Yeah, I don't know. Probably some old white man decision. Well, not this old white man, but I don't know. I mean, when I Googled it, I Googled for clutch pencils, not lead holders. It's like this one's called a clutch pencil. What's bait? The multicolor lead color, like the eight cartridge lead holder thing. Don't do it. No bueno. These are okay. These are okay. This is a long giveaway. Giveaway is over. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, bud? Huh? Okay. That's fine. I don't know if you go for the yeah, I would. Okay, let me skip this E&M. If you're gonna do this, I would go for the brass one and the big the wider leads. These are 5.6s. These are 3.2s. I prefer the 2mm and the Caran d'Ashes. I don't know. Both of these are okay. I have not tried the E&M. Lamy 2000 has one of these too. That's pretty good. Stream giveaway. Let's go. Addy Jot's coming in late. All right, we got one more giveaway to do, chat. Yeah, I think I would rather this one, maybe, question mark, than this one. But maybe why not both? And then lead pointers, that it's pretty slim pickings. The Uni's probably the one you get. I don't like the little, this one. This is annoying. And then this one, you get this one if you use wooden pencils. Because the leads are not, when you make color lead or like the graphite, the thin ones, they tend to get like super, they have to get them super plasticky in content to not break. So they tend not to be like color rich. This is the best wooden pencil sharpener, and then this little red dot here is your lead pointer. So this is kind of like more like a 3-in-1 type of sharpener. So yeah, it's an effect of how they manufacture color pencil leads. Yeah, so they have to use more wax so they don't break as easily. When you do that, you lose color. All right, so that's it. Pretty short list. There's honestly, I think this is probably the most fun one here. They're expensive. That's probably like an $80 lead holder, right? No, it's only $50. It's still expensive. Yeah, the color woods just don't have a lot of expectation. This is a very low expectation product. This is not going to change your life. This shorty Kaweco, I like this one as well. And then probably the classic Unis, although I've never used this one, so I don't love the stapler ones. And the Kakamori dip nib does fit in the clutch. So there you go. All right, let's do a giveaway. Man, just to think, we were not even supposed to be here right now, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it to them. Thanks, Addy. All right, we gave away a pen, a couple notebooks. I'm looking at this. I don't think I'm going to review this. Oh, it's another note. Y'all want another notebook? I try to mix it up. Oof. Try to mix it up. I got another cool notebook. I'm going to give it away at some point. Or do we want an ink? We want an ink. How about both? Why not both? Why not both? Well, Addy says notebook and ink combo, so it's their giveaway, so sure. I was actually going through some stuff, and I bought a few of these, and I've already given one away. I've yet to test them. I'm probably not going to test them. And it's a long list that we didn't get to today. So this is the W222 notebook. It's not any notebook, chat. It's a notebook. Tight haircut? Yeah, I just got it cut. This is A6 grid. Is this Sanzen Tomoe, I believe? Or Or do they not? Or is this the ones that don't say what's in the paper? Wonderland 222. They don't tell you the paper, right? But people like it. Y'all certainly know. Inky Love knows. And then, this is actually, I've taken a sample out of this. So this is the Time of Day ink Journalize. It's like a blue-black, but this one's funny. TR9. Gotcha. It's like this color. It's really sick. I've taken a sample out of this. That's a really cool color. So yeah, that's super fun. So let's do this combo. This one's shimmer, so you're aware. It's got a ton of character. Last year was original TR. This year we don't know. Gotcha. I had a sample of that in one of my bottle lists immediately. So this is the one that's funny. I was going to do for April Fools. Mighty Murr, thank you for the raid. We're about to do a giveaway, raiders. So I appreciate your being here. Hope you're doing well, Mighty Murr. Hope you had a good day. Whoa, Moco made. Y'all are just in time. Holy cannolis. Moco made us your problem. I mean, to the shock of literally no one. To the shock of no one. I'm y'all's problem now. And we have had, for lack of a better term, a problematic stream today. Just we've been on hot fire today. So we're about to do a giveaway, chat. So if you're new here, I'm Brad. I'm the pen addict. I talk about pens. Thank you, Mighty Murr. Thank you, Moco Made, for the raids. Hope y'all had a great day. And we're doing awesome stuff. Were y'all sharding today? Like, there's very few people I can ask if they were sharding today and have it be a valid question. But were y'all sharding today? We sharded and arted and then failed miserably at Peak. Oh, y'all played Peak last week or something. I was like, I need to go watch this, and I never made it over. But yes, Peak is hilarious. Peak is so fun to watch, and probably watching y'all play Peak is ridiculous in the best way. So yeah, if you're new here, thank you for the follows, by the way. I talk about pens like literally all the time. If you don't mean Baldur's Gate, then I'm not sure. I've tried Baldur's Gate. It's not bad. We owe beating it from our St. Jude programming. Yeah, I still owe product review videos from my St. Jude stuff. We're working on it, chat. I promise. This is a dangerous place to be. Well, Snarkosaurus, one of the other things we do, we give stuff away. So we're just about to do a giveaway. And now more of y'all can enter the giveaway, which is great. So we're giving away this ink, which is this really wild color called Journalize Midnight. So it's a shimmer, really fun, kind of purpley blue ink with a lot of shimmer in it. And then we're giving away a notebook called Wonderland 222. So A6 grid notebook. Should be fountain pen friendly. I have not tested this yet, but I think people around are really enjoying what they're making. The cool thing, this was going to be one of my April Fool's jokes from last year, and I just never got around to it. This box changes color in the sunlight, which is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard, because you don't want your ink affected by heat or anything. But yeah, it's not heat sensitive. It's like sunlight sensitive or something. And like I put it on the windowsill one day and it turned blue like this, right? But it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, if we can get some links to Mighty Murr and Mocha Made, that would be awesome. Y'all go give them a follow. We determined in my stream that an embroidered notebook is the worst for people who are afraid to sully pretty journals. True. Hey, if you can commit to it, like any journal is going to be good. All right, so we're going to do a giveaway, and I'm going to tell y'all how to enter. All right, so let me get it set up here real quick. This was actually a point redemption from one of our viewers to do a giveaway. I've already done 2 giveaways today, so this will be number 3. Stick it in the window for a second. It's super cloudy here today. I don't know that it's going to work. Okay, so we got W222 journal. What's up, Rob? You arrived just in time. That means the kids are down. I know that schedule. All right. So we type exclamation waffle, exclamation point waffle to enter the giveaway. That's all you got to do. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States. I ship worldwide. You must be present to win. You have to be here to claim this. And then you have to email me your shipping address if you do win. So yeah, this is what we do. So I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate the raids from Mighty Murr and Moko Made. Awesome peeps. So yeah, y'all go give them a follow. And yeah, super cool. And thank you, Addie, for the points redemption for this giveaway. And if y'all are new here and you have any question about stationery, this is what we do. Like I thought we had a plan today. We've literally just been sitting here chatting all day, making ink combinations and pairings, deciding on what color inks I want to make next year. Just really, really kind of like goofing off. So yeah, we talk about it stationery all the time, 3 times a week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern. All times subject to change. The plan is to give stuff away. Yeah. Review prep is still coming. It's not. I think we're going to have to wrap that because I have a whole year in review article that's due on Saturday that I'm only through March on. So yeah, only through March on that. So I got a lot of work left to do in the next day and a half. So I need to get to work. Oh, if Stream Elements scold you, you only entered. Yeah, you can always test if you've entered, and you can type exclamation point waffle 1,000,000 times, and it's not going to take it more than once. Is that green ink? No, it is this color, and it's shimmery. Oh well, I've de-shimmered it. There it is. If you have the SD Blue Moon, what are some of your favorite pairings and what is currently inked? I don't have the SD Blue Moon, but I have a couple of SDs. I have the Funky Town in orange. I have the Coffee Monsters. I have Montana Sapphire, which is one of their original diamond cast ones. And I have a prototype in something koi. I can't remember the name, like Stormy Koi or something. And then I have other pins to branch out to. That top 5 pins link is definitely the one you want to hit up. That'll give you kind of a good stepping stones where go from beginner pins to like more expensive stuff. This is what I have currently inked. Wow, my camera looks like it's at an angle, doesn't it? Maybe. We'll have to check on that later. So we have an Opus 88 in, I forget what we call this, Twilight Cosmos or something. We have a Bennu. We have a Green Heart coming up. We have a Bennu Haute. We have a Pilot Custom Heritage 912 with awesome artwork added to it. We have a Skogsy Ultim with a monarch nib. Are all of Journalized inks shimmery like that? I have no idea. So we have a really wild nib in this one. We have a Skogsy low volume eyedropper, aka the Pen Addict 2025 Pen of the Year. I'm not just saying that because he's here. Oh, look. It's got a cactus. Boom. Cactus nib. We have a Sailor Pro Gear Ibisu. This is one of their anniversary editions. Really fun pen. With matching ink. The ink's the same color as this. The prickly nib, yes. We have dropped this pen on the ground and damaged it. We have a TWSBI 580 with, boom, shimmer ink in it. So when you put it down, it rests at the bottom. But this one actually flows really well. So it's been good. Then we have Pilot Silvern with Mount Fuji on it, which is a very pretty fun pen that I owe a review on. So we got Mount Fuji over here and the Great Wave crashing over it, allegedly. Somewhere. Too much going on in the camera. It's too shiny. Hey, you made the like it was easy to pick. It was good. Yeah. I do. It's the pen that I thought about the most this year. That's kind of how I decide. And it doesn't have to be a pen that I bought this year, but the pen not even that I used the most, but that I thought about the most and enjoyed the most. Yeah, like literally You know, I I just call them like I see them. I just call them like I see them. So yeah, and then like I've got tons of other pens back here in this cabinet. So we always do show and tells, do Q&As. Really, like, I mean, yesterday I went through a bin of standard pens, right? Like this is what we did yesterday. We went through this. The last pen, oh yeah, Lamy 2000 stainless steel. This is what we did yesterday. We went through most of this bucket yesterday. My Lamy 2000 nib was good from the jump on this pen. My Macrolon was an extra fine, and I did have to have it modified. It didn't write well. This one was perfect. So, unfortunately, it is a bit of a crapshoot sometimes. Nice pen tray. Can we get a link to Stationery Stack, Addy? So one of our members here in chat actually owns this company and makes these. So it's stationerystack.com. Addy is in here, hangs out in chat some. Learned so much from just watching or listening to Pinac. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, the brush effect looks great. I really do like it. So Addy Jots right there in chat is who makes these. So shout out Addy. Appreciate you so much. Addy's who also redeemed this giveaway. So yeah. All right, how much time we have left here? We're almost wrapped. Where are we at? Okay, y'all got about 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. Exclamation point waffle for this journalized ink and this Wonderland 222 notebook. Working on another batch with some different colors. Is Cloud Dancer any of those colors, Addy? Is Cloud Dancer any of those colors? That's what we need to know. Yeah, sorry, Craft Twins. Oh, yep. I definitely get blamed a lot for that. Miss me with that color. You weren't here. You weren't here earlier when we were dogging it. Just straight up miss me with that nonsense, right? What a mess. What a mess. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. Let's do this giveaway. It is closed. All right, we're gonna pick a winner. Do you realize every time you talk about Cloud Dancer, you make Pantone happy? I'm good. Yeah, I'm good with the mocking. As much as they want, they can have it. All right, let's pick a winner. Ready? Boom! The Lurker. I called you out earlier. I knew you were in here. I didn't even look at the chat. Penguins Creative wins. Get out of town. All right, Penguins Creative. All right, you got to pick a breakfast. You just joined in the last 5 minutes. Those are lies. You're in my text right now. Like you've been texting me while we're on stream. Lies, all of it. All right. You don't even know what we're winning. You're winning a W222 A5, A6 journal grid and journalized time of day, shiny, sparkly people ink. All right. And you have to pick you resisted that book? No longer. All right. You have to pick a breakfast buddy because those are the rules. I don't think you've chosen a breakfast buddy yet. Florence the Egg, Kevin Bacon, or Joe Coffee. This is way better than the bad ink I won last time. What did you win last time? It's none. You didn't win the worst ink ever. Supernova Cat, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. All I know is you didn't. She didn't. No, she didn't text Peony. She didn't text that, but something else. All right, Penguins Creative. You said coffee, right? Oh yeah, what bad ink did you win? Something octopus ink. Oh, those are pretty good. You never gave away a base date. I gave away that Korean special edition Colorverse that was gray with red shimmer. Naperville won that. It is the worst ink ever made. It is unusable. All right, April, email me your shipping address. And I'll get this out probably this weekend or Monday. The ghost ink, yeah, it's horrible. Horrible. Oh yeah, we did have the breakfast. All right, congratulations. You got it. You got it. Where is the tape? Kala Spring Rain is great. It's like a nice dark gray. That's a really good one. I do like that one. All right, got it. Stacking them up over here. Yeah, I gotta think about what I'm gonna do shipping next. FWP Cream of Earl. Get out. I have never heard of that. You texted me while I was streaming. Well, luckily, yours was covered up by everyone texting me how to pronounce P&A. So I had a lot of voice recordings at the time, and then yours was in there. Okay, so this is the worst. This is the worst. I probably need to have a permalink to this one. Like, seriously? He's still saying it wrong? Look, I get one shot. When I hear the recording, I can repeat it. After that, all bets are off. So yeah, this is the world's worst ink. I haven't seen FWP Ghost of Earl, and I kind of don't want to. Yeah. So I gave it away. And Naperville won it. It was great. It was excellent. Maybe it's great on dark paper. Maybe. Like, we're being nice here, and that's here. Maybe. But yeah, like, legitimately bad. Like, I did a swatch of it, and I was like, wow. It just looks like dirty water. It just looks like dirty water. Any 5-star reviews? No reviews. Do they do reviews? There's 4. Oh, there's 4 on the wish list though. No reviews, but 4 people have wish listed this ink, and those 4 people are going to be gravely disappointed. Gravely disappointed. Yeah, no other reviews on it. So yeah, y'all don't know if this is a pen stream or a pen stream. So like, I don't know like what's the hang up here. There you go. All right. I was actually just thinking that. It's like when I was closing the giveaway, I was like, it's been a while since April's won, right? Claiming the goop I won. That's hilarious. If I had goop, I would also give that away. This is the Earl. All right, let's take a look. I'm scared. Oh, wow. This is the same category. That's horrible. Yeah. This is in the same category. Like, what are we doing? I have missed this. And it's a horrible name, too. Like, this is just a bad name. I don't want cream of anything in my ink. I don't want my ink to say cream on it. Ever. At no point should an ink name say cream. Oh, here's my oh, Mike has it. So Mike's has a green undertone. Yeah, nobody wants this. Nobody. Cream of Earl. What are we doing? All right, I'm actually scared now to ask this. Is Cream of Earl a real thing? Or is this like something I would make up and joke about? Is Cream of Earl a real thing? I'm a little bit scared of this question. Cream of Earl Grey? Yeah, but like Earl Grey tea, I get it, but what's the cream part? We're treading softly here, chat. We're treading softly here. What's the best way to clean ink off fingers? I don't do anything though other than hot water and soap and let it just like wear off eventually. Yeah, but they did. I can't believe I'm about to say this. They did want to do cream in Earl Grey. They could have just done like milk Earl Grey with milk or something. So we're not. This isn't a real thing. Okay. Wow. All right. Hey, we've been in this stream on the same note that we started with, a high note. So you know how Lady Grey is Earl Grey plus lavender? Okay. Yes. Like, are we getting somewhere? This was, honestly, geez, I thought we might stream for like an hour. And here we are. Cream of Earl Grey is Earl Grey plus vanilla. Okay. Like, if there's anyone here I trust with that answer, it's Reed Wizzles. Okay. Fair. Yeah, fair enough. I've learned today that cream of Earl Grey is Earl Grey with vanilla, and that I never need to see that ink again in the rest of my entirety of existence. It is also not worse than the Colorverse ink. The Colorverse ink is worse. Yeah, you had an unexpected work call. I had an unexpected extended stream. Oh boy. All right. This time I do need to get going. Seriously. Does Will and Orange Poly Rhodey exist? Polycap? Yes. It did. Does it? It does because I actually use it. Will it? I don't know. Thanks for the long stream. Needed this. Turns out I needed it too. Turns out I enjoyed it too. All right. But like, what's the color? Like, these are we're adding foam and stuff to it. It looks more like this crown, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. Let's throw it over to ERYCK is the name I spell. See what he's up to today. If you're not familiar with Eric Draws, he did some of my emotes, especially the Toby ones. And a reminder for next week. We are going to stream next week. Good, Thule. Yeah, glad y'all had a good time. Yeah, we'll stream Tuesday and Wednesday next week. That shouldn't be an issue. And then I'm going to think... I don't think there'll be anything else. I've got too much going on, but we'll see. But yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday, y'all can book those. 10 a.m. Eastern streams should be a non-issue. All right, let's go Rage. Oh, speaking of Rage, Eric has a Rage drawing up. Hey, thank you all. Thanks for being awesome. Seriously, thanks for having fun with me. Thanks for not taking all this too seriously and having fun with Stationery. That's what we should do, right? So let's keep doing that. All right, y'all be good. Bye.